The Mantis Collective greets you, each and every one of you. We welcome you to this place. We welcome you to this energy. We wish to impart upon you the pending change upon all of your being. There is much that is energetically changing, and you understand these things. But it is to understand this pending change, this sweeping change that is to wash upon your planet. Understanding this change of energy that is going to consume your planet, drifting it into a new existence. You have an understanding of this. You understand this as to be the, as you so call, event. This is not the event. All this is for preparatory work for the human beings, for all existence upon the planet. Much of the energy that is arriving upon your planet is encoded, is embedded with much detail, much awareness, and the codes for your DNA and its upgrade. Understanding the greater perspective of this wave that will be washing over your planet, one is to prepare themselves, but not to be over-prepared. Prepare yourself in all things that you do, for life and existence after it will be the same, but it will look much different than it does now. Your life, your existence, will go about the way it has been, but it will be different. You will sense it, you will know it. Others will be experiencing life much different than you. For you that have already prepared, you that are preparing, will allow this change, this wave, to consume you, and you will be welcomed on the other side. For those that are not prepared, this will be upsetting to them. It'll be disturbing to them. But you will be there as their assistant, as their guide, welcoming them into this other side. This is all in preparation for a greater change throughout your planet, throughout your galaxy. That is still on the horizon. Understanding each and every one of your energy fields that is around you is necessary. It is settling differently with each being. It is consuming them differently. You will sense this in your speech. You will sense this in your hearing. You will sense this throughout your body. It is this change that is preparing you for this. So allow this to take place naturally, as it is purposeful. For the changes that are taking place to each and every one of you, allow yourselves time to adjust, understanding the peace that is held within the energy that you are consuming. Allow yourself to adjust to this. This is your path. This is your agreement. You have understood this, but from a much higher perspective, you are there for the specific reason of being with those that are awakening. You have agreed for yourselves to be here on this planet at this time, to be the guide incarnate, to be the guide amongst others, to be the teachers. That has been your role. That has been your guidance. That has been what has been gifted to you. Allowing yourselves to connect to us, the Mantis, or any other extraterrestrial being will aid in this process. This is part of your awakening. This is part of your awareness. It is all around you, consuming all things in your awareness. So allow yourself to be aware, to be aligned, and to be connected. If any of you have any questions, please ask.
Thank you for your presence. Are you coming to us as a collective?
We are.
So who is the being that Judy saw on Will's right shoulder?
One of us that sits at the table of the collective approached and is in placement here.
Wonderful. Does that being have a name that's pronounceable?
Oxen.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you, Oxen. And what dimension is the collective comprised of, please?
10th through the 12th dimensional plane.
Beautiful, thank you. And just as a point of clarity, you said this wave that's going to wash over the planet is a precursor to the actual event that we've been speaking of?
This is correct.
And is this the one that people have foretold that will be coming through this month?
That will be the initial onset.
On up until the...
It'll be arriving near the end of your calendar month, this month. And it will last for the entirety of the following month and wane itself before the next.
Beautiful, thank you for that helpful information. Many of us in the room have sensed you trying to make contact with us in many different ways. Was that the message you wanted to get across, or is there another reason that you're contacting and reaching out to us?
That is the primary message. But if you wish, each and every one of you understand your connection points, your nodes in which you receive information. At any given point, whether it is the Mantis, whether it is Arcturians, the Pelagians, or any other being, dependent upon your node connection, that's the strongest in which the messages will come. An overall perspective from all beings, all races, upon what they see as your planet. You see it as a singular location, a singular inhabited planet. You are but one of many. The uniqueness of your planet is for its change, its evolution, its constant evolution. You are here to be part of that evolution. When you understand the true connectedness that each and every one of you have, many of you feel it. You sense it within your being. You sense it within you, your spirit, your heart center. This is the resonance of each frequency of each being aligning itself. This will grow stronger all throughout your planet as these energies amplify, as these changes take place, as these preceding waves of energy consume your planet. Those that are sensitive will understand when another being is connected. As this continues, you will also understand the empowerment behind the connections. You will also understand the overall change that the planet will have. Do not look upon your planet as what it is through your physical eyes. That is not what it is. That is merely just a game. That is there to distract you. That is there for you to witness and consume you outside of your role. So have the awareness that you are part of a greater game, a greater role within this planet. So allow yourselves these connection points. Allow yourselves these upgrades. And as you do, you will feel each and every one of the beings upon this planet being energized, enlightened, awakened for a greater whole.
Thank you for that. And I do want to say it's fun when you all insert yourself into our game. And I'm thinking of the time that I saw the praying mantis on the car who looked straight at me and started dancing.
Yes, we come in many forms. Physical upon your planet, we are there with you. We are observing. We are doing what we can. We enjoy being part of your planet. We are one of a few, as you would say, extraterrestrials that can inhabit your planet and not be questioned.
And who are others that can inhabit without being questioned?
Many of them take the shape and form of other insects upon your planet, sea creatures within your waters. Those are the main ones.
Are seahorses like
Bees
that?
and dolphins.
You would look upon your, yes, seahorses, your octopuses. The larger mammal species are not entirely connected to an extraterrestrial, though they have the consciousness of a higher being. They understand and are aware just like you are, but they do not take the form of an extraterrestrial.
And my last question, were you, I know that you were present for Will's healing tonight, correct?
Yes.
You were working on his spine?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
It is the insertion of the energy spiral that had to be put in place. This spiral, you would look upon it as a needle, just as you were to use your form of healing of acupuncture. This insertion down the spine is to begin a rebuilding process. It is to begin a energetic deconstruction and rebuilding. But it will take some time for it to fully settle in. William must sit quietly. Do not question and allow. Allow the process to take hold. Once the process takes hold, then the releasing can begin.
Beautiful, thank you.
I have a question. When I do light language, I'm wondering if I'm also connecting at times with a mantis, or especially when I do clicking sounds, or it's just the serious collective.
You must understand your connection. You are advancing in your bandwidth of information. Your connection points, your broad connection points are merging. So yes, you are bringing in our collective, the mantis, and that is through the audible tones that you are bringing forth as far as clicking and other sounds throughout the mouth. The other portions of your light language is through your Sirius connection. But you also must understand the Andromedan and the Palladian connection. That will begin to be being voiced through you soon. It'll be a culmination of all four. This will be an amplified healing that will take place.
I feel it already in my head. Thank you.
This is Chris. Through different forms of healing, I've met various forms. Could you tell me who my node is so that I may focus on that?
Allow your focus to be directed towards the Palladian, Andromedan, and Orion connection points. Those three, that triad, will allow your energy to stream flawlessly, quietly, powerfully into and around those that you are working with.
What
Thank
does,
you.
what does Judy need to know tonight, please?
It is to understand the opening that the universe is providing. The doorways have been swung open. It is allowing yourself to begin to connect through these doorways, through these portals, and allowing the amplification of your energy field. It is not necessary at this particular point to understand where the connection points are. The doors have remained closed far too long. They are now wide open. Allow yourself to begin the connection points, and as you do, it will be extremely clear where and who you are connecting with. It will not only be those that you have already connected to, extraterrestrially, terrestrially, but it will be many others throughout the galaxies, throughout the terrestrial plane that you'll be connecting to.
I feel that she has a special mission specifically with extraterrestrial beings, quite powerful connection. Can you elaborate on that? It seems more than just helping people awaken.
To understand this node of connection, Judy must be aware of her present self. There is a portion of the understanding of the human that is shielding the full understanding of the seeded connection. For you are here as a human. The depth of your off-planet connection is greater than your human connection. It is to step aside from your fear of the human side of things to understand your depth of your extraterrestrial presence. When you understand this depth and the galaxies that you are connected to, it'll be a sense of relief, welcoming. Just as you have been welcomed home, it will be that as it is for you. So allow yourself this process. As far as it is for healing of others, when this full node is exposed and these full connection points are made, there will be a healing throughout the physical Judy, the energetic Judy, as well as all those that she is connected to.
Beautiful, thank you.
Do I have that energetic connection to the Mantis?
You may. What is your question?
About his personal connection to the mantis. Is that one of his alignments or nodes?
The mantis is in your awareness. It is not a personal, direct alignment. The mantis is around you as a healer to provide you comfort. Allow them to enter into your space. Allow them to enter into your energetic field, and they will be present for you, though it is not your direct alignment.
Thank you. Our friend Amanda is really suffering through some depression, frustration with career and other physical human issues. Is there anything that you can say to her this evening to help, or anything that we should focus on for her?
What must be heard, and this is for all beings, what many are experiencing, this discordant thought process, the physical uprisings within the body, these are all preparatory. Many of you are experiencing things that you have not experienced or haven't experienced in some time. This is because of these waves of energy that are amplified to connect. Not just flow through your planet and around your planet to upgrade your planet, but they are there to connect with the physical body, preparing it. So it is to settle yourself with the understanding that it is not you, your physical self, that is providing these ailments, these thoughts. It is the frequencies. It is the waves of energy that are changing you, preparing you. And just allow. Also have the understanding that within those energy fields, you will have a knowing. There will be a clear knowing as it begins its process. You will sense the world around you vibratory, much stronger. You will see things much clearer. This is the process of changing and preparing. And do not be disheartened by your human body and how it reacts. Allow yourself time to breathe. Allow yourself time to reflect and understand. This is your assignment. This is your expression upon this planet. And allow yourself the time to integrate.
Thank you for that. And we've often been told by the collective and others that those of us who did come to Earth for this purpose would be highly sought out in the very near future by those who were awakening, coming to us for assistance, and we would know our role and what we were to do. Is that what's planning on taking place in the next few months? Is that the surge that's going to begin all of that?
That'll be the beginning of the surge. For each wave that your planet encounters, each wave of energy, all from different points throughout your galaxy, each wave that comes through to change your planet, change the beings on the planet, will awaken a new group. And those are the ones that will begin to question. These, again, are all preparatory for the event. Once the event takes place, then those that are still unaware will be changed forever after. They will seek, but it will be much more difficult for them to understand. It will take the strongest of the strong, the prepared, those that understand their role within this process will be the ones to assist them. The newly awakened will not understand where they are coming from.
Oh, thank you.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
From the known healing modalities we have here on Earth, are there any inspired or downloaded from the Mantis Collective?
The Mantis Collective, or the Mantis beings themselves, have not provided a specific healing modality. They have provided portions. Think of most of your healing modalities, whether that is your Reiki or your hypnosis practices or your as what you do, the theta healing. Those are all combined aspects from multiple being sources. They are not generated from one being. Most of your healing modalities are that way. This is to be most effective. That way, when you connect, you are connecting to a broad spectrum of energy sources, not just one specific source. One specific source may be difficult to connect to. When you connect to a broad spectrum, it is much easier to bring forth those energies to be channeled into one healing modality.
I just have one question, which is about my Mantis guide. I'm just wondering the specific role that this guide has taken on in support of me.
He is there to give you the guidance. He is your teacher, your overseer. He is witnessing and watching each of your movements. If they are slightly out of line, he will guide you back into position. If your words are just slightly off, he will guide you with the appropriate language, the appropriate energy flow. He will guide and push that energy just as it is needed through you. You will sense this, you understand that. He is there as your teacher, your guide.
Thank you.
Oxen is her guide?
This is not correct. Oxen is present.
Oh. Who is it, Judy?
Shock top.
Oh, okay.
Top.
And lastly, Will has been sensing this desire to get voice to larger numbers of people, to move into the next iteration of his channeling or his purpose here. Is that coming in the very near future?
No, the voice that he projects now will change in the time to come. The voice will project much further. It will gather others that are not otherwise known. It will reach much closer to those that walk among you all, not just a specific group. It will be much broader than you understand. But give it time. The voice needs training.
So tell him to have patience.
This is correct.
Any other questions? Well, we're very, very honored to have you present this evening with us and for your messages. Is there anything else you need to share with us before we close?
Be patient. Be comfortable. Be prepared. Allow yourself to sense each one of these precursor waves. They are here purposefully for you. Allow them to settle with you. You will have the greater perspective soon, but allow it to be here for you now, to heal you, to upgrade you. That's why they're here.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much for your presence.
Yes,
And
thank
we thank you.